Oh, hey everybody, it's Mick here. We're going to be working the bees some more today. Hopefully learning some more stuff about them. And check it out. I got a guest today. I got a guest.
Average Joe.
It's Average Joe. He's just like Joe, but he's average, right?
Yeah, pretty average.
Yeah.
Pretty standard stuff here.
Check out his channel. It's Average Joe on YouTube. He does quite a few projects. Just started this channel, kind of getting going with it. So be pretty cool. Subscribe to him, like him, all that good stuff. He's my neighbor. He's a good guy, but me and him are going to do this beekeeping thing together. So that's why he's with me today. This is going to be his first chance to come out to Bob's house, my teacher, and get a chance to look into the hives and start maybe learning some stuff. So hopefully, since there's a couple of us today, I can get some better footage, because I haven't got very good footage in the past few trips that I've been out here. So we'll see how it goes.
Here you could put on a super and get some of that. Now what we're going to do is we'll look at this one first, and you hook your hook in there. Why don't you come over here and get in my back. Okay. Now would you say that this queen was doing a good job? I would. Look at all the brood. Right? Look at all that. Yeah. You get, this is the honey, and that is nectar, and all that is capped brood. Now you can also, if you want to, get a device where you can hang it on to the side, and you can put your frames on there. Okay. Now don't set your queen down. Make sure you don't have the queen. She's marked. Now this is what I was telling you. This is another way of taking care of mites. You put that on there, and then they build this out and put honey up there, and then what they do down here is lay drone comb, and when that all begins to get capped over, then you cut it out and throw it away, and that's another way of getting rid of drones.
So you're looking for the queen right now?
No, well, I'm looking for whatever. First thing is, these are honeybees. Those are female. Okay, they can lay eggs, and they will lay eggs, but they'll only turn out to be drones.
Okay.
Okay.
Are those the workers?
Those are the workers.
Okay.
And what I've been doing is feed them, and you see how they've built that foundation out to this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, don't see any drones. We'll find a drone here. No drones.
The drones are smaller, right?
No, bigger.
Oh, they're bigger? But they can't fly.
Oh yeah, they can fly.
They can fly?
Sure, yeah. They don't have anything to do but sit around, do nothing all morning long. And if somebody will feed them, they'll just sit there and let them feed them.
Now, someone told me about the bee space.
Yeah. See, these are, you can buy these later on. These will hold about 6 frames, but you really have to pack them in. And when you have to get in here, they're a booger to get in here. They've done a good job. I don't think I really need to feed these anymore.
That's all honey, right?
It's all nectar. That's sugar water that I've been feeding them to build out this comb.
Oh, okay. How do you...
Here, no, wait a minute here.
How do you differentiate between the honey and the...
Nectar?
And the nectar.
Nectar is usually a liquid. Honey is usually a solid.
Okay.
Let's see what
Is this one here?
one look.
Or is that a honeybee? That's a worker.
Yeah, those are all workers. I'm looking for a drone.
That one.
Which one?
Right here.
Yeah, that's a drone. He doesn't have a stinger, so he won't sting you. I got a bunch of drawn comb down in the shed, so I'll bring one of those up and put it on.
I think he got squished.
Did he get squished?
They're sleeping.
He's tired.
Okay.
So they're not.
Here. Come on over here a minute. Let's see if I can find some sunshine. I can't.
They're not very pissed off right now.
No. Here, hold on to that, Andy. Got a hold of it?
Yep.
Now, you see right in here, if you look in there, you can't, it's kind of hard to see, but there's eggs. So the queen has laid eggs in these cells. And then, as I said, 1 day old, 2 day old, 3 day old, and then it starts into the larval stage.
Got it?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
And they first just look like a little piece of white string, right?
Yeah. Okay, here, hold on to that again. No, you're right in the sunlight now. But if you look down in there, you'll see the egg right there? Little bitty egg. See how it's laying down in the bottom of the cell? Yes, no?
I can't see it, no.
Here, grab a hold. They don't bite. It's the only problem. God doesn't give me enough sunshine. They're hard to see.
Oh, yeah. I see him now.
But, you know, if it was standing straight up, that would be a 1 day old egg, 2 day old egg, 3 day old egg.
So
3 day old is what you want to use when you get ready to graft.
So these are 3 day old.
Well, yeah, it looks like it. They're laying down at the bottom, aren't they?
Most of them.
But there's no royal jelly in there. In other words, the bees will make royal jelly and feed it to these, and they also use that's the difference between a worker bee and a queen bee, is what they feed them.
There's another drone, right? That's a drone.
Yeah. They don't sting.
This one too.
Yeah. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you go into a hive, you don't necessarily have to see the queen. If you can see eggs, you know you got a queen in there. And you saw the eggs, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so that tells you the queen is doing her job?
No, it don't tell you anything about the queen.
Oh, because the
Well, other than the fact that you got a queen and she's laying eggs.
you said the honeybees can lay eggs too, right?
But the problem is they don't do that while the queen is laying eggs.
Okay.
The only time they'll start to lay eggs is when the queen is gone and there's nobody to lay fertilized eggs. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what you're going to do is set this down very gently on top of here. Okay. Now, this is so we know we got a queen, and we know what the queen looks like. It's got a blue dot on it, right?
Okay. So that's this year's queen?
That's this year's queen. Yeah, it's on the top of the lid. So what we're going to do is, see, they haven't filled this out yet. So we're going to turn this around and put it in this way, and we'll put it back together.
You said you're just being real smooth.
Sir?
You're being real smooth about
Oh, well,
it.
you know, I could slam bang, but then they'll sting the hell out of me and say, "Get out of here, you damn fool." And the other thing is, if I begin to crush bees, you know, and the reason I'm not using smoke now is we're looking for the queen, and that'll make her run like crazy. And again, when you have a supersedure going on, they'll build cells. I'll show you here in a minute. Here's some queens here.
Oh yeah. She's just a little bit longer then.
Yeah, a little bit longer, but that's all ovaries. Okay? So you've seen the queen, and you've seen the drone, and you've seen everything else here. And preferably put it back. Now you could smoke the hell out of them if you want to, because you've seen the queen and you don't care if she's running.
So are these queen cells here? Or what are those?
No, that's just propolis. I mean, stuff that they put in on the top. Yeah, that's what I was going to show you here. If they were going to supersede that queen, they'd build cells up in here. Okay? And then this queen would just drop out and be no more, or they might leave her, just stay until she lays eggs, and she's no good at egg laying, and then they run her out of the hive. But if you get cells down here, that's when they're going to swarm.
How do you prevent them from swarming?
Well, the big thing is, I gave them plenty of something to do. In other words, you see all that foundation I put in there?
Yeah.
And how they built it out? That's my thoughts. The other thing is, too, is things like, usually it's getting too crowded. But if for some reason they make up their mind they're going to swarm, they don't tell me.
Yeah, they just go.
I look in there and I see all those cells on the bottom of the frame, and I'm saying, uh-oh. But what am I going to do? Well, I could probably open this up and put in another 6 or 12 frames, you know, and let them start to build on that.
What do you do with the filled frames? You start another. Is that where you make a nuke?
Yeah, you can make a nuke if you want to. I mean, that's the whole purpose. I found this queen, and I got one over there that is, you know, just a super little queen. And what I said was, why do we need to? And you don't, when you squeeze these things, you know, when you pick it up and you squeeze it, and they don't like that either. That's when they'll sting you.
Yeah.
And that's when I get stung the most. And I'll push this over a little bit. Frames into here. And you could use, if you got queen cells, and you got 4 frames of brood, or 2 frames of brood and 2 frames of nectar, put that in there, put your cell in there, put the lid on it, come back in about 2 weeks, and you got a new queen. Or, if you wanted to take the queen out of this hive and do something else with her, they'll build their own queen. But they got to have eggs like you saw today. They got to have that. The bigger ones don't make good queens. Okay. In other words, the older larvae don't make good queens. And don't track the stuff in. Mom don't like that propolis on the floor.
Well, that's it for today. I think we learned a lot. And Bob, he's just when it comes to those bees, he's a big wealth of knowledge. And every time I go over there, he gives me more information than I could feel like I could ever remember. But I figure if I just keep going over there and he keeps repeating that stuff to me, that I'll eventually get it all figured out. So me and my neighbor Joe, that's our plan, is this year we're going to learn about it. And kind of try to hopefully figure out what we're doing, and this fall start putting our hive stuff together, get our spot cleared out, and then next spring jump into it. So I think it's going to be fun doing it with somebody else. So again, check out his channel, Average Joe, on YouTube, because you'll see kind of his perspective of this whole journey that we're going through too. And he's been doing a lot of work on his house too, so he's got some good homeowners tips on there. And subscribe to him, help him out. He's just getting started in his YouTube stuff. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.